All writing, all music, all art, not all architecture though, and not all science, has already been done. The job of the artist is to find a new method in which to illustrate, to elaborate upon the same themes. A writer writes the same book. Most musicians write the same song over and over again. I, as a musical schizophrenic, look for different methods, different means, different men or women to help me achieve the goal of finding a new method, a new medium to express the same thing. Anger, frustration, hatred, disappointment, love, rage, panic, ecstasy, and rebellion. An artist has no fucking responsibility. That's why they're artists. The only responsibility is if you are a true artist, your blood boils, and you owe it to yourself to create before you destroy something. Artists should have immoral goals. Morality is for the church. The church should be abolished. Art is anti-church, anti-state. First commandment in my anti-church is rebellion from false virtue. It depends on what you mean by morality. First of all, who defines what morality is? Who defines what a moral issue is? Or a moral management of a reaction to a situation? So this is a word like mustard or feminism. It's generic. It means nothing. Who decides what morality is? The moral of the story is, if you are an artist whose blood boils, it dictates to you what you should do. That is the call of nature, the nature of the beast. We are beastly. We do what nature tells us to do. It has nothing to do with God, church, state, tradition, or morality. I'm afraid it does not.
Very good. I like that. Very good.
Unless you shave your face and wash your ass and give daddy's money, you're not gonna pay my motherfucking rent, bitch. Boy, give me life. This is important to me. I've been a political protester for 40 years. The main theme of my complaint is injustice, the imbalance of power, the patriarchy, as a micro and macrocosm of a fascist state. So of course it's important to me, but in my personal life, there is no injustice. There is no imbalance of power. First of all, I work with other people to give them as much of their own power as they can possibly have. I don't work with people to control anybody. I work with people to try to give them the freedom I naturally have. Yeah. Hear ye, hear ye. Exactly. Tell the truth.
That's why we have so much fun. When we
exactly. My job as a provocateur, as Confucius, if you will, as a confrontationalist, is to form a coven around, I'm not the center of it, but to embrace a coven of people. First the concept and then the people that belong within that concept, but to empower them as much as possible and to give them relief from the rest of the bullshit they have to deal with. And hopefully to even pay them at the end of the night. Hear ye, hear ye. Oh, that's not the easy part of it either. Absolutely, I agree that the sexual revolution has not really worked. Most people are what's happening is the millennials and young people are getting more conservative than their parents. They're claiming that this is sexual molestation. We fought, but the generation before me fought long and hard to have sexual equality. That means women should know how to defend themselves, verbally and physically, against some action they don't like, not to accuse every action of being an affront or an assault. Yes, sex sells everything, but it always has. What's the difference there? I think what needs to happen is I blame the parents. Parents now, anybody who's old enough to be a parent and isn't a grandparent should teach their children, men, respect and feelings, not act tough and be a man and don't cry, and teach the women self-defense and verbal defense. Let's face it, there would be no rape if a woman knew how to do that to a set of nuts. If a woman knew how to take a cock and twist it, there would be no rape. So why aren't women taught this from the age of 5? You want sexual equality? I'll crack your fucking dick. You'll go to the emergency room. You'll never assault another woman. I'm doing a service to the women of mankind. All right? Thank you very much.
Что концерт закончился. В общем-то, ребята очень вот играть. Что, Артемий? Я петь не стану. Я не такая замена. Вот, я думаю, что отличный был концерт, так что спасибо Лидии. Счастливых, говорю, новых ушей. Как написано у меня прямо на вене, там, где я прощупываю свой пульс. В Лендоке я нахожусь, в кинотеатре. Тут сейчас начнется концерт LYDIA LUNCH. Это потрясающая американская певица, а также она писатель, поэт, литератор, киноперсонаж. Илья, привет. Изумительная совершенно девушка. Я о ней впервые узнал в 1978 году. Она тогда была совсем молодая, был 21 год. Я в нее тут же влюбился. Мы начали переписываться еще тогда. И с тех пор мы дружим с LYDIA LUNCH. Вот я специально приехал из-за границы на этот концерт в Петербург, чтобы ее послушать. LYDIA LUNCH, да, в 1977-1978 году, ну она вообще из-под Нью-Йорка, и она одна из основательниц стиля No Wave, то есть никакая волна. И после этого она сотрудничала с кучей всяких знаменитых музыкантов, типа, не знаю, Ник Кейв, Марк Элмонд, Гелен Дранк, там многие-многие другие. В общем, она такая экстремальная. Я на камеру говорю, я говорю, на камеру говорю. Она много с кем работала. На самом деле она, как правило, была гораздо круче тех, с кем она работает. В том числе она, конечно, круче, чем Ник Кейв, который вообще сейчас стал эстрадным певцом. Вот. А Лидия как была зверской женщиной, так и осталась. Поэтому я ее очень уважаю.